Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on our Fight Underground social media platforms. My name is Jim Amato, and we are giving you a preview of one of our next matchups here. We have the Ring of Honor Dojo standout, Flex Simmons, and the throwback strongman himself, Arthur McArthur. Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
Great to be here.
I'm going to start out with Arthur McArthur.
That's it.
It's a very clever name. You're a strongman. We've seen you lift weights with one finger.
One finger.
But now I'm going to ask you, how are you going to approach this man right here, the very technically sound, very skilled Flex Simmons?
The greatest physique in professional wrestling.
Ooh, greatest physique. Oh. Well, where do I even begin? There's so much to unpack here. First and foremost, I know of his training at the ROH Dojo, and I know he's very technically sound. But those technicalities have no match for the brute strength and sheer power that I have attained over the years through rigorous calisthenics.
Flex, it's a very unique answer. Thank you very much, Flex. We know that inside those ring ropes, you're smooth as silk, 6-year pro.
That's an understatement.
Out of the state of North Carolina, a lot of wrestling history comes from there. But how do you deal with this man, Arthur McArthur?
So what Simple McSimpleton here doesn't realize with his really simple name is that not only am I the greatest physique in professional wrestling.
Are you sure about that?
But I'm the greatest physique for a reason. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. So that power you claim to have, I know how to train in. That strength you brag about, I give people that for a living because they want to be like me. So don't think that just because you label yourself as a strong man that you can outflex the greatest physique.
So I'm going to go back to Arthur McArthur. Obviously you're going to use that brute power in this matchup.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to draw the scope back just a little. Fight Underground. Wins and losses matter. An opportunity for everyone. Yourself, Flex Simmons, every fighter on the roster. I want to know, what does Fight Underground mean to Arthur McArthur?
Fight Underground means a lot right now. With the way the world is running right now, it's a great opportunity to showcase that we are true and powerful in this sport. Right now, me, Flex, we're both tied for first place in the singles division. Right now, I was supposed to be in the tag division with my dear partner Chuck Stone, who unfortunately cannot make it tomorrow night. But that's all right. Wrestling continues, and I will fight in the honor of Ball King season. I owe it to him. I owe it to Fight Underground. I owe it to the fighting world.
Chuck's at catering. He'll be back soon.
Hopefully, man. He likes to pack on those burgers.
All right, Flex. A man that, obviously, you're a standout star in Ring of Honor. You're known internationally.
Duh.
What does Flex Simmons bring to Fight Underground? And more importantly, what does this opportunity, what does this platform mean for you?
I think you need to rephrase your question. I think you need to understand that Flex doesn't need Fight Underground. Fight Underground needs Flex. So not only do you get the Ring of Honor name with me, which brings more attention to you, but when I take this jacket off and those cameras look at me, they're going to see the shredded 8-pack abs, the chiseled chest, the bulging biceps, the boulder shoulders.
Boulder shoulder? You know nothing about a boulder shoulder. You might be eating one tomorrow night if you're lucky.
I would really like to see you try that, pal.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Because where you think you have so much strength and power, technique always takes out power. Never forget that. But anyway, like I was saying, Simple McSimpleton, Fight Underground needs me.
You're very confident.
Fight Underground needs me. Let me hear you say it. We need you, Flex. We need you. I take my jacket off right now. Those cameras face me. They don't look at you. They don't look at him. They look at me and the physique I've crafted over the years. You need me, and it's not the other way around. And I'll take a drink to that one.
Arthur, final thoughts here on that soliloquy we've just heard.
Final thoughts. Well, it's very clear to me that through his inadequate and inordinate speaking, that this man is very egotistical. He thinks despite all the years he's wrestled and all the times he's trained at the ROH dojo that he is entitled. He's entitled. He thinks that just because of everything he's done, Fight Underground needs him. No, you don't need to come around here and spew your nonsense, all right? I am very new to this business, and I am going to humble this very egregious vet.
Before things get too heated, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night.
No,
right here on our
no,
social-
listen.
Oh.
You're just like any other guy want to be in the gym that's trying to reach my level. Put your big words aside to compensate for the big weight that you lift. That's not really that big at all. And just realize that you do owe me. Because of the work I've put in and where I've gone, you owe me everything. And I'm going to prove that tomorrow when I take what's owed to me.
Flex, if you're done interrupting, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night here on our social media platforms, Arthur McArthur, Flex Simmons, power versus power. Right here, Fight Underground.
Small.
Flex it out.
Small.
Strikes to the face or the body, no eye gouging, no fish hooking, no low blows, 5 count or you will be disqualified.
No. You're going to treat me like I'm supposed to be treated. Call for the code of honor, bro. Call for the code of honor.
He called for my goodness!
I told you yesterday I was coming for what you owe me. So put it there, pal.
And there's the bell. Welcome back to the Fight Underground. This week we have Arthur McArthur against the Future of Honor star Flex Simmons. And no honor among thieves, to borrow a phrase. Jim Lamont here with Paul Atwis once again. And Flex Simmons, never one to take a shortcut, was trying to make short work of Arthur McArthur here, Paul.
Yeah, he jumped right out of the gate on that. He's claiming to be Dojo Ring of Honor. Not a lot of honor in the jump start to this match, that's for sure, as he goes against the Carney throwback, Arthur McArthur.
Flex claims to have the best physique in wrestling, and while he certainly trimmed down during the quarantine, I don't know if he's going to match power with the old school strongman in Arthur McArthur.
I guess skinny fat is a physique too, but hey, Flex says he has slimmed down.
Up and over here, roll up. Turnabout was almost fair play there. It was almost a short night for Simmons himself. Beautiful gut wrench. What a bridge. Shoulders down. And Paul, that bridge is what allowed the pressure to go down on the shoulders that time.
Sure, exactly. I mean, you cannot, that strike like that throw like that to get into that bridge and get those shoulders. That's some good stuff there. But Flex Simmons with a
nice defensive wrestling there, a hot shot. Shades of the late great Eddie Gilbert there from Flex. He certainly has been studying in the Future of Honor dojo. Went to the lumbar region. That's a very vulnerable spot in the back. You can attest to that.
Without a doubt.
Lateral press.
And Flex Simmons, let's face it, he keeps hanging his hat on this whole, Future of Honor dojo. Hey, Ring of Honor is what it is, but baby, this is Fight.
And Flex getting a little overconfident. No water in the pool twice.
Arthur McArthur with a little bit of those circus-style rolls.
And a European influence here from Arthur McArthur.
Getting him up here now.
And the Argentina rocket airplane spin, Paul.
This guy is a throwback of throwbacks. There's no two ways about that. And hey, I would be remiss if I didn't say now, other than our match last week.
He got him! That quick, that impactful, it's over.
Wow. And, we have some of our fighters here around ringside who are, looking for training days. And, they were pretty impressed.
Some of the competition as well.
Pretty impressed with this victory, if you will, by Arthur McArthur.
Flex Simmons, a tough-fought battle, but it seems as though the best physique in professional wrestling was not able to pick up the win here today at Fight Underground. Can I just get your thoughts?
You want my thoughts? You want my thoughts? Whatever just happened in there, it wasn't my fault. You saw, look at my chest, my perfectly chiseled chest. That was not my fault. Fight Council will be hearing from me.
Thank you, Flex Simmons. Fight fans, I am being joined here now by the second winner in Fight Underground history, where you won with the Boulder shoulder. How does it feel to get the second win here in Fight Underground?
It feels good to win no matter what the situation is. It's great to finally be back from this disastrous plague and doing what we all love the most here in this ring at Fight Underground.
Arthur McArthur, congratulations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Huzzah!
Arthur McArthur, everybody, the second winner here in Fight Underground.
Post-fight conference with Arthur McArthur. I'm joined by the members of the Fight Council, Paul Atlas, Dylan Dean, and Boomer Payne. But first, Arthur, I'd like to get your comments on your win over Flex Simmons.
Ah, yes. What a great victory that was. I came to Fight Underground to make a statement to everybody that I, Arthur McArthur, the strongest man in all the land, had what it takes to bring a fight to Fight Underground. And Flex Simmons, while he was a formidable opponent who was quite the challenge, he underestimated the true nature of my strength.
Let's get a comment from Paul Atlas.
Arthur, you're like a throwback to the days of the carnies. The strongman gimmick. But hey, Fight Underground is not gimmicks, man. It's all about wins and losses. It's all about showing what you have as an athlete. How do you think that's going to transpire in Fight Underground for you?
Well, let me say this right now. If he claims to be one of the stronger men besides me, I shouldn't have any issue with the rest of this roster. I am now 1-0. I am undefeated. And I do admit there will be more challenges along the way, but no matter what happens, I will always keep training, no matter what it takes. And Chuck Stone, when he makes his return, we're going to dominate the duos division as well. And this, you may call it a gimmick. I call it a lifestyle.
How about a question from Dylan Dean?
Great win. Great win. I like everything you're doing. But I do have a question. Where do you go from here? So you have one win, but you don't know what's lurking out there. Did you see the people watching? Did you see people just staring at you? Everybody's hungry here. What makes you stand out, and where do you go from here?
Ah, what a fine question. Yes, I saw them all looking at me. They were daggering me like a man in a deli looking at a sandwich. But I digress. I know one thing, and that I have to continue training. I have to stay away from the complacency. I have to be as strong as I claim to be, which is a fact. And I will continue to dominate Fight Underground.
Let's conclude with a question from Boomer Payne.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Record is 1-0.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier that now you're going to expand into the duo division.
Yes.
Are you foregoing the singles?
I won't necessarily forego the singles. I'm an all-around competitor, tag team, hardcore, one-on-one. I can do it all. I am afraid of no challenge or any man.
Okay, so with that, being in multiple divisions, increases your chances of injury. Is that something that's in the back of your mind?
I don't fear injury whatsoever. I take care of my body, being the strongest man in all the land, all the protein in the world, all the stretching. I make sure to take care of this holy temple I call Arthur's body.
Arthur, things couldn't have possibly gone any better in the ring, but the fight council brought up some good points. They may seem like there's a target on your back right now.
There might be, and they brought the point that I could possibly get into with all this extra competition. Well, let me tell you something. I didn't join this business to be afraid. I want to get hurt. I don't want to get injured, but I may get hurt. And I understand that, but I can take it. For I am Arthur McArthur, the strongest man in all the land. Adieu, sir.
This is the post-fight press conference with Flex Simmons. I'm joined by members of the Fight Council, Dylan Dean, Boomer Payne, and Paul Atlas. But Flex, we'd like to get your reaction to a disappointing loss to Arthur McArthur.
First of all, don't use that word, because I didn't lose, okay? I stated before the fight against McArthur, McSimpleton, whatever I called him in the past, Fight Underground needs me, and I was cheated, fair and square. Ironic, ain't it?
Let's get a question from Dylan Dean.
It's a big deal. You're 0-1. No, don't blow it off. You're 0-1. You do know that you're now down in the ladder, right? Now you have to really fight to come back. Does this loss at all bother you? And are you looking to get better? And the last question that I'll ask you is, where do you go from here? Because remember, look at me, son, you're 0-1.
Does it bother me? Yeah, you're absolutely right, it bothers me. Because just like I said before, the amount of work that I've put in surpasses any other competitors here. Look who's at the Ring of Honor dojo, and look who's not. There's only one on this roster that's there, and who is it? It's me. As far as where do I go from here, what else did you ask me? It doesn't matter. I'm the greatest physique in professional wrestling. I am the future of Honor, and I don't know what the Fight Council has going on, but I'm not being booked when I'm fully ready. I didn't get enough time to warm up. I didn't get enough time to prime my body. And so that plays a difference. So where do I go from here? Well, first of all, me and the Fight Council are gonna have to have a little talk so that my conditions can be met before my next fight. But just know, I'm coming for blood.
Here's a member of the Fight Council, Boomer Payne. I know he has something to say.
Flex, 0-1. All I'm hearing is excuses. Oh, I didn't have enough time to do this. Oh, they didn't do this for me. You are what's wrong with this industry today. All you are is full of excuses. But I will say this, being 0-1, psychologically, I don't think you can handle it. Psychologically, I think you've checked out already. So answer me this, how do you mentally stay in the game?
I'm not even going to entertain that blasphemy. Next question.
And that'll be Paul Atlas.
Okay, you want to say you want your demands met of this Fight Council?
Yes.
Let me explain something to you, son. You're talking about Ring of Honor this and Ring of Honor that. Today, you were a loser. A loser. So if yours what's representing Ring of Honor, God forbid, have mercy on their souls. Kid, what are you going to do to turn this around? You're not going to give demands to us. We're going to give demands to you. You want to continue? You better come up with a better game plan.
Take this.
Flex, before you go, I know some tough questions there. I know what it's like to represent Ring of Honor, but I know that you've got what it takes. If you're there, you've got what it takes to succeed here. And there's only two ways you can go from here. You can go up, you can put it together.
What's your name again?
Jeff Foreman.
Never heard of me.
Neither have I.